Nico, in terms of you guys needing to learn to win, what could have been better tonight, and especially in the third period?
I think we made a couple of, I wouldn't call them mental errors, but communication errors there. We had a tough change coming off of that power play. Um, you know, Ideally, I think we don't want to maybe go online. I'd have to watch it again, but, never really want to change in neutral zone when they have the puck. They quick up it on us, they get a B-way. We're all out of sorts. And, yeah, I mean, anytime you give up a goal in the last minute, couple of minutes, it's very frustrating because I thought there were points there for the taking today because I thought we did. I thought we played a really good game for the most part. So against a really really good hockey team, we got to mention that too, right? So yeah, it's frustrating. I think there was more in it tonight.
One thing that seems to be a little bit of a struggle this year is whenever you guys score or take a lead, just that quick response.
Yeah.
Maybe not as bad as last year where things would kind of roll onto something, but how do you guys kind of get that under control, if you will?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's not something new. I think we've struggled with that in the past to control momentum of the game, whether it is us scoring or them scoring. I think sometimes the best way is to just have a shift where you keep it simple and put it behind him. I think you don't after you score, you don't necessarily need to come out and make a fancy play and get another one right away. So yeah, it's a learning process for sure. We still have lots of work to do in that regard.
A year ago today, they beat you guys 10-1. Can you talk about just the growth of the team and how you guys have really meshed just from this season, just how you guys have really meshed and have put yourself competitive in pretty much every game lately?
Yeah, I think we're also kind of starting to maybe get some line combinations, get a little bit of chemistry going. Hopefully we'll get Mac back soon as well. And yeah, it just seems more. There's more, I don't know, from the outside, but it seems there's more order a little bit. Obviously, there's still room to grow. Sometimes we have a little bit of chaos situations, but there doesn't seem to be as much panic, especially when we get hemmed in our own zone, which does happen from time to time. It seems a little bit more controlled. There seems to be a bit more of a plan there, and like I said, still obviously room to grow, but I think moving in the right direction.
Your goal off of Luke Cunnin rebound there,
Yep.
just in general, the lines 3 and 4 consistently this year have been able to get a forecheck going. That goal was off of a forecheck. Can you just talk about just how good that feels to consistently be a part of that and impact the game positively in that area this year?
Yeah, I mean, I can. The third and fourth lines we can score too. It's probably a production that comes in different ways. Obviously not on a power play, not a lot of plays off the rush maybe, or on the opposition blue line you might have to make a safer play sometimes if you're playing that role. But that's definitely something that's been very noticeable, is that our forecheck's been very effective.
So, Nick, you think that late power play, there's a turnover on the power play, which then led to that tying goal? You think that kind of changed the game a bit for you guys there?
I mean, best case scenario is you score, right? Like I said, I don't have it in my head right now how the whole thing went, but yeah, again, it's those are opportunities for us to take momentum and take control of the game, and we still gotta grasp these situations a little bit more and realize that this is a situation where we got to pounce on the opponents and take the game when it's there for the taking. Really good teams with a little bit more of a killer instinct, they realize, hey, 5-6 minutes left in the game, whatever, power play, we're putting that thing in the back of the net, and so we'll get there. I think we're moving in the right direction. Obviously, a little bit of frustrating today. Left some points out there. Yeah.
Thanks, Nico.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nico.
Jake Walton.